I just got the grape denim sash bag from the giveaway in the mail. And there's been a few posts on the Sash VIP group asking for how a diabetic organizes their bags. So I wanted to kind of show you how I organize my bag. I carry around a lot of supplies with me, and I carry around a lot of like non-necessities with me too. So I thought I'd show you how it all fits in my sash bag since I have to change them out anyway. Because the grape one is really so pretty. Thank you, Nicole. So I'm going to start with the pocket that I usually put my medical supplies in first. And so I put that one on the pocket that sits on my back. Just because then it's out of the way and it doesn't feel quite so bulky, because it does make the pocket kind of fat. But when it's on my back, you can't really tell. So in this pocket here, I put my meter, and I use a True Metrics meter. It's about the same size as any of the meters on the market. I've been a diabetic for like 10 years. I was diagnosed 10 years ago. So all the meters that I've used, this is about average size. It actually might be a little bit on the big size. So it just goes right here in the main pocket, and I just kind of let it float around in there. Wherever it seems to fit best, I just let it hang out there. The other thing I have to carry with me, so I'm a type 1, so I have to have my insulin supplies. I only carry my fast-acting insulin. So I use the Novolog Flex pens, and they're huge. I've had a problem fitting them in other small purses before. So this one I just put right down into that main pocket as well. I just slide it right down in there with the meter together in that pocket. And then I carry around a small, this is like, I think I got it with like a chapstick kit or something. It's just a little zipper bag. I use this to carry all of my used syringes, the used like test strips and stuff like that, just so that they don't get the bag dirty. And so that I know that I can dispose of them properly when I get home, so I don't have to worry about a disposal kit. So I go ahead and just slide that right into that main pocket here as well. And then I carry around with me a whole bunch of the pen tips that go on top of my pen, and they just go into these change purses. I put them in this one here, closest to the strap. I just pile all of them in there. And I usually carry up to 10. So today I have 6 in there. It just kind of depends on what I have in there, and I try to carry a good handful of the lancets. What you'll notice that I don't carry with me is a lancet device. I've never used one. I just prefer to prick my finger with the needle itself. So if you do have a lancet device, though, there's plenty of space in here for it, as long as it's not one of the big ones. But they carry small ones. You can get them at Walmart, and that'll just slide right in there on the top of that main pocket. Or you can fit it in the side pocket, because for me, in the other side pocket, I carry this cute little mint tin. It's the Sweethearts brand. I just liked it because it has a mirror in it and it sits flat. And inside goes an extra pair of my contacts, some bobby pins, safety pins. I have fake eyelashes, so my eyelash brush, an extra tampon, stuff like that. Just sits nicely in there. And then that slides into this pocket here so that they both sit flat. So you'll see there's my glucometer, my flex pen syringe, my lancets and pen tips, and then my little like emergency kit, and then my little garbage bag. And then my test strips, which this is a pretty average size test strip. There are some bottles that are bigger. And so if you do have a bigger bottle, what I would recommend doing is saving a smaller bottle if you find it and just putting your strips in there. But even the big bottles I think would fit pretty well. And I go ahead and shove that in the main compartment, and I let it kind of sit here at the top, so it kind of goes into the strap a little bit. There's like a little, I think it was made just for test strips. I'm kidding. There's like a little extra pocket up here that it actually slides really well into. And then that stuff sits on top. So there's that pocket. In this pocket as well, I also just keep some like non-essential emergency supplies. So I work with kids. I always have a shot wipe for me for my clothes. And I actually use the credit card pockets to organize these. So I put my shot wipe there. I always carry like a feminine wipe, and that goes there. A panty liner goes in the next pocket. And then last but not least, I would seriously die without my doTERRA Deep Blue Rub. I love their products. So I keep a sample packet of that in here as well. And I just slide it into one of those credit card pockets. And they just kind of sit there nice and flat and nice and organized. So there's that first bag. And if you have a brand new Sash bag, it's going to take a little while for your supplies. They're stiff when you get them, I feel like. But like most fabric, it'll wear itself out. But that's all of my diabetic supplies in this front bag. So then the rest of my stuff, I'll show you. I carry a ton of non-essentials with me because I'm just one of those people. So in the same, this is the same pouch that has all my diabetic supplies. In the zippered pouch in the back, I carry my headphones And they just slide, I actually slide them right down to the bottom. I don't use them that frequently. And then I carry a little notebook that I actually got from a street artist that I used to scribble notes and grocery lists and stuff like that in. So I shove those two things into this back zippered pocket. You could easily fit your passport in there, even with all those diabetic supplies. The other thing I sometimes will carry in this back pocket, I don't have any on me right now. I usually put a couple packets of small, like sugary treats. So like Skittles, the packets of Skittles work really well, Starburst, and I just use a couple of the miniature packs to slide into that pocket so that I have some emergency sugar when I need it. There's also plenty of space here, if you don't mind it being a little bit bulky, for you to fit a granola bar. If you had to fit an extra pen needle, there's still space for that. I've shoved like extra jewelry in that pocket sometimes when I forget. And then usually in this front pocket here, I'm not going to fill it today because I didn't bring them, but I usually put in the front pockets, this is that same with all the diabetic supplies, I put a packet of tissues. So you can see that will hold most of everything you need as a diabetic. On the back side here, well, I guess the front side, on the back of the pocket, I carry around my journal. I keep a little tiny bullet journal. So I carry that right back here, so it's just easy for me to access and I know where it is. So I hide that to where the passport would go. You can also put your passport in there too. And then the front pocket is where I keep all of my wallet supplies. So all of my, well, those don't go in there. So most of my like credit cards, driver's license, insurance card type things, they go in the credit card slots here. I'll even shove things like gift cards or receipts. I have a missing driver's license. I'll put my driver's license in there. And then I always carry, I'm sentimental, my father passed away, and I carry around his driver's license from when I was a kid in here with mine as well. Makes for a great story when I accidentally give that to the police instead of my driver's license when I get pulled over. In the front slide pockets where the change goes, I will put change. I don't carry around a lot of change. I don't tend to need it. So that pocket I also use for like library cards, rewards cards, receipts, pictures, whatever. Those things go in this front slide pocket here. And then in the other change pocket, I keep a pill box with like ibuprofen, allergy medication, stuff like that. And then I love my doTERRA essential oils, and I always carry peppermint, eucalyptus, and some cinnamon oil with me. Cinnamon oil is really good for diabetics, just in case you were wondering. And then I always carry a bottle of the doTERRA peppermint beadlets into that front pocket as well. My wedding ring doesn't fit my fingers right now, so I've been throwing that in just with my loyalty card so I know where it's at. I also I have a coin pouch. This actually, I'm really into like homeopathic stuff and like carrying around like the blessed crystals and stuff like that. And then some like sentimental things. Like I have my dad's tie tech in there and like my brother's bracelet when he passed away. I'm just kind of a sentimental person. So I put that in this cute little pouch and it just slides right into that main pocket here in the front, all the way down to the bottom. And then last but not least, I have my favorite purple pen that matches my new bag, and that goes right on top. And what I'm not going to show you putting in here because my chapstick's rolling away. That usually just gets tossed into this main pouch here. It kind of just floats around. There's also space here. I sometimes will put one of the tiny bottles of hand sanitizer that you can get from Bath & Body Works into this slot as well. If I feel like it. Sometimes I don't carry it around with me. Kind of depends on my mood. And then in the front slide pocket, which you can't see because I'm using it right now, is my cell phone. And I have a Motorola Z4 Squared. This is my wife's Google Pixel. It's little. Mine's probably that much bigger. Around the Moto Z-Force or whatever it is. I have a Z4 Squared or something. It's one of the bigger phones in the market that I found. So, and it fits beautifully into this front pocket. It won't fit with its case on. So I usually take the case off, but I don't usually need it anyway. My phone's shatterproof. So that's just something to consider when you're trying to fit your phone in here. But most phones, my phone will just slide right down into that front pocket and sit right there. And you can see it's a little bit bulky right now. Once the bag's broken in a little bit, I feel like it stretches out and the stuff kind of settles to where it needs to be. If I have anything extra in my car keys, I will hang off of one of the metal loops. And then if I have like a hand sanitizer on a loop, the little rubber one, sometimes I'll put that on there too if I need it on hand if I'm going to the airport, if I'm traveling. So this is how it sits on. And I've literally got my Sash bag, everything and then some. And it fits really comfortably. My diabetic supplies are right here on my back side. They're really easy for me to access all the time. If you're worried about having them behind you instead of in front, I'll just show you. I never have to take my Sash bag off to test. I can actually just flip it over to my shoulder and it looks kind of funny. Open up, my supplies are right there, right where I need them. My fast-acting sugar is right there where I need it. I can test, do everything I need to do, and then slide it right back over. So hopefully that helped. I know that when I was shopping for a Sash bag because I needed something for my diabetic supplies, I really wish there was a video, so I'm hoping that some of you guys can find this, and hopefully it'll help you organize your bag so that you can live a little bit more freely, because I know for me, I have hated being a diabetic because carrying around all of my supplies is a nightmare. You never know where they're at. You don't just want to leave them in your purse or a tote, and they're heavy. And so this has really helped me keep them organized and keep everything on me that I need and accessible while making me feel like I'm not actually carrying around a purse. So it's really changed my life. It's really helped me a lot. So I want to say a big thanks to the Sash Bag team for the free purse, which was fantastic. Like, I'm super excited about it. And just for the opportunity to create a product with those of us in mind that have to carry around a purse 24/7 because we have medical needs. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. Thanks.